Hey everyone, today let's talk about something that so many of us think about: how to find a really great dog trainer, specifically for our lives right here in Ellington.
You know, having a dog that's happy and comfortable out and about in our community, it just makes everything better, doesn't it? It makes every walk, every trip downtown just so much more enjoyable.
But that's the big question, right? Where do you even begin? There are a lot of trainers and different philosophies out there, and it can feel like a lot to sort through. But don't worry, that's what we're going to walk through today.
We've got it laid out in 5 simple steps. First, we'll talk about training specifically for Ellington, then finding a trainer with the right credentials. After that, we'll look at different training styles, then making your final decision, and last but not least, where to practice around town.
So, first things first, we have to think about our local area. You see, good training isn't just about sit and stay in a vacuum. It's about getting your dog ready for real life, right here in Ellington. So what does that really mean? Well, think about it. It's about being able to walk safely on roads that might not have sidewalks. It's about staying cool and calm when you pass by the horses and cows at our local farms. It means knowing how to greet people politely when you're out and about, handling the traffic on Route 83, and just having good, reliable manners in our beautiful parks. All right, once you know what skills your dog needs for life in town, the next piece of the puzzle is finding a trainer who's a good match, both in their philosophy and their qualifications. You're going to hear this term a lot: positive reinforcement. And really, all it means is that the training focuses on rewarding the behavior you want to see instead of punishing the behavior you don't. It makes learning fun for your dog, and it's a fantastic way to build a strong bond. And that's really the heart of it. This approach isn't about quick, temporary fixes. It's all about creating a foundation of trust that leads to real, long-term changes in how your dog behaves. Now, you're probably going to see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name. It can look like alphabet soup, but here's a quick guide. Certifications like KPA or CPDT are fantastic for general obedience and puppy training. If you see something like IAABC or CBCC, that usually means the trainer specializes in more serious issues, like deep-seated fear or aggression. Okay, so you've thought about the method and you know what credentials to look for. The next thing to consider is the actual format of the training. The two most popular choices are in-home training and group classes, and they're good for different things. Think of it this way. In-home training is perfect for tackling problems that happen at home, like barking at the doorbell or pulling on the leash in your own neighborhood. Group classes, on the other hand, are awesome for teaching your dog to focus on you, even when there are other dogs and people creating a distraction. And of course, there are other choices too. You could do one-on-one private lessons for a super customized plan, or even something called day training, where the trainer works directly with your dog. That can be a great option if you need to see results a bit faster. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks. What's this all going to cost, and what are the key things you need to ask a trainer before you sign up?
So here's a general idea of the average costs you can expect in the Ellington area for 2025. A group puppy class is usually the most budget-friendly way to start. As you move into private or in-home packages, the cost goes up. And then you have very intensive options like a board and train program, which is a much bigger investment.
So when you actually call a trainer, you'll want to be prepared. Here are 5 must-ask questions. You'll want to ask about their methods, their credentials, how they'll personalize the plan for your specific dog, which format they think is best for your goals, and of course, get a clear breakdown of all the costs. Asking these questions will help you feel really confident in your choice. And this brings us to a really important point. The training doesn't just stop when the lesson is over. The real magic happens when you take those new skills out into the world. And lucky for us, we've got some wonderful places to do just that around Ellington. For example, Arbor Park is a great place to start. It's usually a bit quieter, so it's perfect for working on those leash skills. If you're ready for more of a challenge, the trails at Shenipsit State Forest are fantastic for practicing focus around other people and wildlife. And just next door in Vernon, Valley Falls Park has even more trails for practicing things like loose leash walking and recall. At the end of the day, all this work is about building a happy, confident dog that you can truly share your life with. It opens up so many doors. It means you can have friends over without worry, you can enjoy a walk downtown, and you can build an incredible bond with your best friend. We wish you the best of luck on your training adventure.